everyone, my name is Droogie Forever, and today we're playing Partum Artifex. This is a new horror game that's on Steam. So let's see if it's any good. Alright, Partum Artifex. Begin. Left shift to run? Sure, why not? Trees look okay. Rocks look like the same rocks I saw in Slender the Arrival years ago, but trees look really good. What was that? Is there a path over there? There is. Alright. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to Burton's. Sorry. I was watching King of the Hill the other day. Because they said it might be coming back, so I started rewatching it. And his dad works... Hank's dad, before he passes away, works at this... I don't know, it's like a restaurant, I guess. And he has to, like, greet people. And he just gets off his chair and is like, "Welcome to Burton's." He, like, doesn't know how to greet people. Says it all funny. He tries it a couple different ways, like, "Welcome to Burton's. Welcome to Burton's." Alright, so we got all these houses, but we can't go in any of them. Okay, this one. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, we need a crowbar. Which seems unfair. Get me in here? No, need a crowbar. Dear Birch Excavations, fuck you and your lie-filled quote for that kind of job. This land is mainly granite and various rocks. I've done some digging myself and I sure as hell didn't see any water. I'm going to kindly decline your shit offer and do this job myself for 1/10 of the price. Excavation quote. After our examination of your dirt cellar, an excavation of the area would be a challenging job, but it would also be reflected in the pricing. Seeing as most of the area around your property is an old swamp area, the risk of water flooding during the work will require many pumps. Depending on when the work will also be done during the year, we will also have to make proper precautions regarding the humidity within the tunnels for our workers' safety. The estimated price for the work, $245 to $300. That can't be right. A more exact number, that's probably 1,000. I think they meant to put a comma in there. A more exact number can be established when we meet in person to talk about more specific details of the project. Thanks for thinking... Thank you. Thanks for thinking about choosing Birch Excavations as a potential partner. New note added. J to open your journal. There are planks that are blocking the... Okay, that's different than a... Okay, it's under notes. Alright. Alright, and nothing we can pick up in here, it looks like. So, we finally found an open house, and we can't do jack. I just want to see if this has anything useful. Ah, here we go. Let's sneak in this house.
Welcome. I apologize so much for this inconvenient way of entering the house, but don't worry. It's all part of the evening's plans.
Oh god.
It is basically to set the scene for what is to come. The display of the main art attraction is located in the sun room, just to the left as you leave this room. We'll get started as you get there. Again, welcome. It is an honor to have you here. Please, enjoy your stay.
Game saved. This is the rule wall. Don't go into the basement. Have fun and draw. Don't talk about your parents. No food in bed. Wash your hands after using the bucket. No knocking. Mom and Dad are bad people. They hated you. I don't. Don't use the phone again. Be quiet. No screaming. Art is the only way forward. We will teach the world together. This world is sick. You are sick. Don't touch your clock. Okay, I just thought that said something else for a second. We are nothing but filth. Speak only when asked. Don't touch your clock. Don't go in the basement.
This is it. Well, it's not complete. And that is the main reason why I invited you here. I want you to complete it, finish it, together with me. I've waited so long for this to happen, and it's so close.
I want to read the
now.
note, but I want him to stop talking.
So very close. It's simple. 5 empty easels waiting to be used. I simply want you to find the right, astonishing, beautiful art pieces and put them back in the right order. The sad part is that you can't leave the property. I've got eyes and ears in the woods, so don't try anything cowardly such as running away from this creation, for it will be the end of you. I promise you this will be fun, so please, be part of the creation.
Be part of the creation. I need the paintings to be put back in order. This is the big art piece, a collection, the centerpiece of my creations, and the reason why people should care. Monsters are among us, and no imaginary ones either. No, people like me, my father, my mother, are all around the world, spreading like pests and care nothing but filling a void inside themselves. We are real, and no creature of fantasy or imagination can top the nightmares that we leave behind. This is my way of making sure people will open their eyes. People like me should not be able to roam free. If the safety nets actually worked, none of this would have been a thing. People would not have gone missing. People would not have suffered. People would not have perished for no other reason than being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So now I ask you to put together this collection in order and be aware of the red herring. Be part of the collection. Finally free, born in the desperation to escape the torture this man held me under for so many years, there was but one chance to break out of the circle of pain. At night, my careful steps made me feel like I was flying towards the bedroom where the beast slept. Not a single sound could be heard as I plunged the knife into his throat. Messy, unprofessional, and chaotic, but a first step nonetheless. I was finally free from the agony. Screams to remember. The snow fell gently from the sky, slowly covering the ground in white. Out in the middle of nowhere, I had an errand to run. I was late. The delivery was my final chance to redeem myself from previous mistakes. The vehicle went around a corner, and my feelings went from stress to emptiness. As the car made 2 loud bumping noises, I realized it was already too late. 2 people laid in front of me, screaming, crawling towards me with their legs broken. They were unlucky. All emotions were drained from my soul. It left an empty husk inside. I walked back to my car and ran them over again and again until no more crying could be heard. Only then did I feel something. He was the one. Deep breaths, slow breaths, painful breaths. The shakes are violent, like tremors in an earthquake. As they cease, our eyes meet. For the first time, I questioned my actions. He was the only one who understood me, the one person of this world who I could talk to without feeling like a monster. His body goes limp. My hands hurt from the firm grasp on his throat. The eyes, those once beautiful eyes, suddenly turned something grotesque. I saw my reflection in them, and an ugly grin stared back. A dance of agony, screams, always with the screams. Why can't they face the fact that it's about to end? The man is pleading for his life with his new metal home. Looking down on him, that feeling comes rushing again. I am in control. His screams become muffled as I slam the heavy metal hatch shut. True despair escapes his throat as darkness washes over him, but not for long. I turn the valve and flames rushes in. Flames rushes in? Flames rush in, I think is supposed to say. A beautiful display of dance and song in the most gruesome form. Being reborn, the lake was more peaceful than I could ever imagine. Its beauty struck something inside me, the urge to capture this moment somehow. Those days past of pain and torture washed over me as I realized the best course of action. Art. I would have to go back and see if I could manage to create again. I take a final look out into the lake to make sure that the bubbles had finally stopped. I was finally happy. Alright, the playroom's open. Picked up backdoor key. Outside. Listen, you're allowed to leave the house. In fact, you're encouraged to. Be a good artist and explore this wonderful property. However, leaving the property will turn into your execution, and we don't want that. Alright, so that's the back door. This is the playroom. I don't know what this is, and I can't see over here to tell if there's anything but a wall.
While photography isn't really an art form that I enjoy, there is still a fascinating area of photography history that I do give them credit for. Post-mortem photography. The idea that you want to keep a memory of a loved one after its passing and make sure that the empty corpse looks as close to alive as possible is quite frankly compelling, to say the least.
Some of them have numbers on them. I mean, there's a freaking baby. That baby's dead? Like it died? And then they took a picture of it? Be part of the vision. Because the Victorian-era cameras took so long to develop each photo, the actors in the frame would have to stay still for a long duration of time. Because of this, it was usually very easy to spot the deceased person in a family photo. It would have perfect sharpness while the rest would be slightly blurry. Stand still in the right spot and your focus will become clear. You might want to come back here a little bit later. See the right angle through another lens. Shine some light on the problem at hand. Be part of the vision. Okay. So basically come back here when we have some sort of lens maybe and it will enlighten us. Hang the dead. Materials used: strings, tape, and old photos of the dead. Alright, there's an upstairs too, so I guess we should... Okay. Just advertisements for other horror games. I don't know. Sometimes that's okay, but sometimes I see those ads for other games and I'm like, that's stupid. Poem of two armies. Two armies lined up ready to fire their arrows. One side painted their feathers in azurite, the others in blood. In honor, they took turns to fire at each other to show who had the best archers. As the fight went back and forwards, the sons fell first, the fathers thereafter, and last one standing was the old king. A final goodbye he mumbled as his legs gave away, a chest filled with blood-covered arrows. Do we need to know this for something? The darts are in specific numbers, so maybe that is a solution. 4 numbers. I don't know. The reds are 18, 7, and 2. I could try a combination of that. Oh, that actually worked. It was a combination of that? 2, 7, and 18, the red arrows. That's crazy. I did not expect that to work at all. Did not expect that. That is nuts. Front door key. The previous residents. Evicting the previous residents of this house was a tricky nut to crack. I had to make sure that they all passed in a beautiful way. After days of planning, I only had a vague plan on what I had to do. It was important to me that they would never leave the property. After all, it is theirs and they should be part of it. The question is not when or by what means, it's about where. The Doctor Who box is super out of place in this game. Clock. Well, there's only one clock hand, so... well, let me click on this thing. Seriously? It won't let me go down there. Damn it. Turn the light on, but now I need the flashlight, I guess. Okay, so we can set pieces here. Okay, just talking about the materials they used. The Carter family story, Dolls of Art. The Carter family was just like any other family, a loving mother, a supporting father, and a cheerful child. However, these are only the observations from those on the outside looking at the facade of the crumbling house of a family. The mother, once loving her husband, lost everything in the marriage as the father isolated her from the rest of the world. Drinking was her only escape, and it usually ended up with the child taking the hits. While not causing physical harm, the child took the hits. How did it not? Okay, anyway. The child's mental scarring would be the end of him. After all, it was the kid's fault that she lost everything. Shouldn't have... The child scarring would be... Okay, never mind. The father was a very charismatic man who wasn't ready for a long-term relationship. When the child was born, he had to give up his dreams in order to support the family. He decided that if he couldn't fulfill his dreams, neither would his wife. He became abusive, and dealing physical harm was the only way for him to temporarily release his pain. I think they mean temporarily. Bruises covered the child's body. After all, it was the kid's fault that he couldn't reach his dreams. One cold winter night, the father had a realization. If only the child was not around anymore, he and his wife could go back to how it used to be, a life filled with dreams. After the deed was done, the knife was dropped in front of the father's favorite reading spot. It rested on the floor, pointing towards the murderer as the child bled out on the floor. Okay, so we have to do what the note says and fix this thing, and then that probably opens this. Sweet Calvin. Calvin was a good kid, great even. The first time I saw those eyes, I noticed that he was meant to be something more. More than just a vessel for my message, but a prophet, a sapling ready to grow a new family tree, to spread its roots in this God-forsaken world and rid of all the unfairness the system has caused us. When I noticed my vision was but a mirage, all I could see was red, feel red, smell red, create red. I made sure it was quick. He was awfully sticky afterwards. I don't see any, like, alcohol anywhere, so I don't know where the mother would be, and it doesn't even mention her. So, I don't know how to solve this. I have no idea. I feel like that's not enough information to solve that puzzle. I have the front door key, but I can't get to the front door. Maybe I can just go around. There we go.
The father of the house was undoubtedly the hardest and easiest target for me. Hardest because I didn't know how I would react, and easiest because of how I reacted.
Basement key.
Seeing him sleeping on the bed took me back to my childhood, and one simple blow to his head was all I needed to leave him unconscious.
Another
He
hour
woke up,
thing.
still in his bedroom, to the gracious touch of flames that burned beneath him. His beautiful screams were something I wish my own dad would have left me. But, alas.
Line triangle plaque. Mother Charlotte. Calvin's mother Charlotte fought more than any of my victims ever did. She got some really good hits on me, and while I regretted a while that I didn't render her unconscious prior, I got the sweet screams I craved so badly at times. This time, however, they were muffled as I forced her head down into the bathtub. I promised her that I would take care of Calvin. I kept that promise for as long as I could. Blacklight. This is an astonishing piece of invention. Using this light, you'll be able to see what our weak human eyes can't otherwise see. You need this in order to follow my trail, just don't forget about it. It will absolutely be needed later on. Also, because of how old it is, it overheats very quickly, so just give it a quick break every now and again and it'll be fine. I had to collect so much more blood than I originally planned in order to get this to work. I also think I got carried away. Oh god. Okay, it's got numbers on there. Okay, so 2 is the last number or the first? I think it's the last number. Maybe 9. 9, 4, 2? I only see 3 numbers. What the fuck? Seven. Damn it. Alright. Finally. That was annoying. Okay. This footprint's going that way. They are right. The mannequins are trying to tell me something. Great. Some things are better off being hidden away. Their noises keep me up at night. What do they want from me? Stop following me. Picked up kitchen. Wait, what? They were just unlucky. I think I finally got one of the 5 paintings. Calvin, bedroom, clock, office, scribbled blueprint. We got another one of those triangle plaque things. After my treatment, I make sure they all have a sweet tooth for cyanide. Alright, I'm guessing that's it. Oh. Alright. We got one of the paintings. Wait. Saw my reflection in the eyes. That should be it. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's in the right spot. Okay. Oh, right. Come back when I have the lens, it said here. Oh. Footprint. 5. 7. 4, 5. There we go. Alright. Shed key. Okay. I think something just went by. Oh, finally. I didn't know we had the key for that, finally. Oh, I have a light now. Maybe I can go this way. I make sure every stroke matters importance, a beginning and end, just like the work as a whole. Damn it. Alright, doesn't matter. I'll do it again in a second. Mom and Dad's room. I don't know why Mother was crying. I took care of our problems. Mother did not understand, so I took care of her as well. Oh, there's a painting. What did that lower? Oh.
I remember being a child and having my own little hideaway in our crawl space. Anything to get away from him. His fat, disgusting body was too much for him to bother chasing me in there. It didn't matter that I went without food for a few days. Anything was better than the constant beating and forced work on various art projects. Nothing could ever be good enough.
Then he struggled with the heart, innocence and peace depart. So that's number 2, ITC. Number 1 is K. KITC. C5B7H1. C5B7H1. Alright, I can go in there to... For Tick Knock Midnight N. 4 just says midnight. And N. Stand up. 3 is H and E. So it's kitchen. Kitchen. Midnight. Kitchen, midnight. Where's the clock? Alright. I wonder where the hell these clock hands are. Touch Calvin's clock. 15 and 10 are circled. 10, 15. Calvin's clock. If I could get a fucking clock hand, I would be able to solve it, I guess. 10, 15. So apparently I keep missing the shed somehow. I don't know how. Many hours were spent in here making new friends. My biggest pain is being alone, so I create my own friends. And there's the crowbar. We need that. My best work yet is in the attic, and there's a first floor map showing, I don't know, something. One of those triangle pieces. Too bad they can't speak. They probably have great thoughts to share. Alright, so now we can actually use the crowbar at wherever the hell that other place was. It was that house. Okay, yeah. I need the crowbar in here. Click on it. I am the result of a problem. I don't have the solution, but I might point someone in the right direction.
The art of sculpturing. This was absolutely the hardest kind of art form to get right. I tried various materials, marble, cloth, concrete, but nothing really fit what I was going for. Then it dawned on me. The purest form, the human body. This took a bit of time to get right. Countless of kind, unwilling donators had to be used before I got the formula down.
So it's a
Rigor
clock.
mortis sure was a tricky nut to crack, sometimes literally. But after dozens of hours reading into biology and chemistry, here we are. And it is almost perfect. Please, just finish it for me.
Face the truth. Disgusted at what had happened to their friend, they all turned away to not witness the horrendous scene, but as time went by, they all knew that they had to face the truth. Without using any words, they can still tell us where and when. Help them get out of their ignorant thinking and force them to face their fears that lie in front of them. Ah, shit. I needed to go one more. Fuck. Oh, wait. There we go. Got another painting. Flames. This one's flames. Let's put that one there. This one is like an angel with a knife. I guess it's probably the one with the knife here, but I'm not 100% sure. But I guess I can use it here. I don't know what to do with the forest-looking one, and I don't know. I don't know what to do in general here. So there's 3 arrows here, right? And I don't know why, but then it points here. Oh my god, okay. I don't know if I should run out or not. There, it's all gone. There we go. Alright, I think this one was 10:15. What? It's not 10:15? I think we can put those on there. Yeah, alright. Okay. Okay, that opened the oven. Oh. Oh. So now I got this thing. But here's the thing. This glitched out on me earlier, and I don't think it's going to let me put it in. It wouldn't let me interact with it earlier. I think it broke. So I can try, but I'm fairly certain it's not going to let me. Yeah. I'll click on it and see if it'll let me put it in. Oh, okay, that worked. Well, I'm glad that worked. Okay.
Welcome to my little getaway. Why don't you have a seat and play a game of chess with me? Did you know that chess is a phenomenal way of telling stories? A niche, yet intriguing form of art. Well, it doesn't really work like normal chess. In fact, all you need to do is place the pieces in the right spots. The queen, the mother of all the lands. The king, the disgusting and pathetic ruler. The pawn, the innocent child of the people. Tell 3 separate
Every time I
and
think he's
beautiful
shutting up.
stories with the characters.
So I have the combination from earlier, but I don't remember what it was, so I might have to go look at it again and come back. I don't really want to do that, but the hell else am I going to do? I don't remember it. It was so long ago. Oh, and there's another green one going to this box. Alright. A3, F8, G1. Okay, that's one of them. We opened something, but I don't know what. It's not that box. Which one's lit up? That one. Okay. So that's one of our solutions. So we must need 3, and I only remember seeing one other chess solution in the game.
Ta-da! Aren't they beautiful? The whole Carter family is here. The drunkard mom, the vengeful father, and the ill-fated son.
Okay, but there's nothing else here. What the fuck? Okay, so actually they're in, like, the one we found down there, that's the one we just put in, and then this one... Whoops, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so then we do have 2 that we can do right now. So I apparently have found one other one. So C5... C5, B7, the queen, and H1. Okay. So that opened, I guess, this, maybe? And that gives me the other minute hand. Okay. That didn't work. What the hell? Alright. So I had to find help online because I am so stumped with this shit right here. But we do have the knife in the right place. The kid's in the wrong place. And then... Dad and Mom are in the wrong place. Thank God. Man, there is no fucking way you could figure that out from that information. I'm sorry. His eyes reminded me of myself, so I made it quick and painless. This should be the 1015, I'm hoping. What? It says 10:15 on the wall down there. Every fucking hint to every clock is wrong. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Calvin was a
Absolute bullshit with these fucking clocks.
I almost gave up
I'm beyond fucking pissed at this
on
point.
my creations when I first saw his reaction to his world falling apart. I could see myself in his eyes.
Now we gotta listen to this whole thing.
But alas, it didn't take long for me to realize that he didn't have it. He was broken, but not broken.
So I want to tell you something. I don't give a shit what he's talking about right now. We have 3 clocks in this game already. 3 clocks, all of which are complete, so we can mess with any of them now. We have 2 solutions for clocks. 2 solutions around the house, midnight and 10:15. None of those solutions work on any of the 3 clocks. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Absolute bullshit. It pisses me off. There is no excuse for that. That is fucked. Alright, I just wanted to jump into the video at this point and let you know obviously at this part in the video, I'm beyond frustrated. I mean, I cut out a lot of stuff because I was just cursing this dev to hell and back. I mean, I was so pissed about this. And even once I figured out the solution, which is coming up, I did figure it out. Even once I found out the solution, I was still angry because you have to solve all 3 clocks and they all have to be right at the same time before it resolves itself and accepts it. But my thing is, I have the clock. I've put the solution in. It should accept that. And somewhere via environmental storytelling or actual storytelling, it should let you know that you need 3 clocks. Because it's unacceptable that you're putting these solutions in that you know are right. They have to be right. You're seeing them. It literally said, what's his name's clock, and you go and put the time in and nothing happens. It's beyond frustrating. It's so dumb. This is by far the stupidest part of the game, and it's infuriating. And it's designed so poorly. I hated it. I cannot describe to you how much I loathed this part of the game. I was furious. Absolute fury at this motherfucker. I've never even met this person. I wanted to physically hurt them. I hated this so much. It's bullshit. It's bad development. I'm just going to tell you, it's a bad thing. Don't do this in your own game. If you're developing a game, do not do this. It's beyond horrible. Don't do it. But the solution is coming up, and I will try to cut out as much of my frustration as possible so that you can just see the rest of it. I just wanted to step in and explain, because you're probably thinking, man, he went from kind of 0 to 100. I cut out so much of dealing with the clocks. Up to this point in the video, I've already cut out at least 30 minutes of clock stuff. At least. I mean, it was insane the amount of footage I had to edit to even make this look acceptable. And I only left this rant in because it's during a cutscene, and I wanted you to be able to see the cutscene, even if I was kind of yelling over it. But yeah, I think no one ever should design a game this way. No puzzle in your game should ever be designed this way. It's bad. It's just bad, period. I hate it. But you'll see. It's coming up. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I'm going to try something. That one's already set to 10:15. I don't know if the kitchen one's set to midnight. Or 5. Damn it. Come on. What? Okay, I don't know what that did.
Delivery in the main hall.
Is that what this is? Is that a screwdriver? What the fuck do I do with that? Whoa. Okay, so now we got an attic. It's gonna make us listen to something. It says it used Calvin for this. Okay. Now what? Passionate colors. In order for me to get great substance for my art, I planned ahead and experimented with various forms of self-made colors. While I wanted plenty of colors to choose from, I only ended up with very few, so I had to work extra hard for the paintings to turn out perfect. Black and gray, the father's ashes, easy to get done with the right oils. White, I tried grinding down a few of the father's bones, but it turned out more mustard than I wanted, so I had to bleach them first. While not perfectly white, it was close enough for me. Yellow, Charlotte's fat. Because it already was fatty, it was hard to blend together with the usual oils I use, but by drying it out in the sun for a few days, it worked out pretty well. Blue, Charlotte's lapis lazuli jewelry. I tried for ages to figure out how to get any sort of blue dye from their corpses, and in the end I had to give up. Luckily, Charlotte had a few important pieces of lapis lazuli-based jewelry in her possession, so at least the dye got a personal connection to the family. Red, Calvin's blood, beautiful blood. There were plentiful. There were plentiful, it says. Okay. I don't know why it lets me interact with these. It don't want to let me take them. The snow. Yet another clock. So, the snow obviously is the one where he was driving, which I think was this one. Okay, but I'm still missing, I don't know what this one is. It's about a lake, and bubbles, but the only picture I have is this. I don't think that's the lake. And I'm still missing one final chess thing. Alright, so back at the chessboard, I think I have the final solution. Yep, that was it. Okay. I accidentally thought one was the other. The bishop and the queen, I got mixed up. I don't know how, but I got them mixed up. Tunnel gate key. Okay. Alright, we got the tunnel gate. I call it the words of a dying mother. Find my body. I was just unlucky. I don't want to be part of it. He is not wrong. Tell my story. There's the one at the lake. Oh. This is in the basement. Okay. So, we finally have the painting we need.
It is done. Look at it. It is beautiful. And all thanks to you. Now we can finalize the work, as there's just one thing left to do. Please, come see me in my little office downstairs. As thanks for all of your hard work, I want you to be the one that signs the work. Don't be shy. Embrace this. You've earned it.
Scum like me are the true monsters of this world.
Will anyone really care? Am I just...
It won't let me go downstairs.
I still wake up at night screaming for what I've done. All the faces will haunt me forever. But I have to do it, don't I? If that's you, then who? It has to be. I don't want others to experience it. I have to make sure it won't happen to anyone else. We need to help each other. Nobody has to go through the pain I went through. Of course, this is what needs to happen. They all need to know. Right. I will record a proper message later. This is just a temporary recording until after I've tested everything out myself. So.
Oh, so
yes.
we're them.
Hello, me. Remember to record a new ending before the unlucky one arrives tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget the cameras. This movie will be the greatest art piece there ever was. I'm so excited.
Wow. So we're them. It won't let me pick up the cameras. It said don't forget the cameras.
Abusive relationships need to stop. People need to know when to speak up. This is why I'm doing this. Everything I do, every piece of art, is to spread the word. Let's teach the world, and let us make sure they pay the price for letting me slip through the system.
Interesting. I mean, I hated the clock puzzle. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. And the final chess solution, I actually had to get that online. I don't know where that was. And the one where you had to do the little diorama, I think that one was basically unsolvable. I don't know how anyone figured it out. Because there's no indication of where to put the mom at all. Zero. So she could go all around the room. I mean, you would never know. And the dad's favorite reading spot was easy enough to figure out. But it was... We didn't know the kid was over there. Like, it just... I don't know. It just... That one was terrible. There were some decent puzzles in this, but the diorama, the clock puzzles, those were two of the worst. They were so... frustrating and bad. I did not like those at all. I just hated them so much. But overall, I still enjoyed the game. And then the chess thing, I don't know where the third one was. I have no idea. I just found the solution online, so that was annoying. But other than that, I still enjoyed it. I hope you did too. If you did, tell that like button you want to smash. And don't forget to subscribe. You stay you, I'll stay me, Droogie forever. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Later.